Hello and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program with me, the Green Dragon. So, I have a dream where this thing called Insanity actually flies, before we run out of cash money. So, let us attempt to launch it once again, and see if we can swing this big ass thing into orbit, hopefully. Maybe. Hopefully. Because, if I could have a fully reusable medium launcher, that would be good. I would like that. So, spin up the jets. It might be better if we didn't have this fuel tank there, but we'll try it one more time with it, and then we'll remove it if it turns out that it's not really working that well. Not gonna go higher than 3x, I think. Just cause. Right, it's already drifting. The, prograde thing. And the rocket. Good, wonderful. Have to love that. Stay on the target, you bastard. No, I don't want orbital speed. Son of a bitch. Come on, get up there. Wait, damn you. Come on, stay on the straight and narrow. Yeah, it's a bit longer than it should be too. Okay, let's ignite the mainsail and start our turn. Gentle-like. A little more gently, hopefully, this time. And hopefully making it into orbit. Yeah, this tank... all of this is worth like 10 tons, I think, in total. 10 Kerbal tons. Which means that it could go a long ways. A lifter that's capable of lifting that much, right? It could go a long ways. And we are a fair ways up, which means that we can start turning over a bit more. I think we turned well enough this time. Actually, no, let's run them for as long as they're providing any thrust, especially since there's still fuel there that could be used. At the very least, it's less weight we're carrying, Anyway, so now we want horizontal speed. I think I actually turned a bit slowly this time. Okay, turn those off now. Whatever they were gonna give us, they've already given us. So, oh, it looks good. It looks good. We might make it to low Kerbal orbit with this. We might just make it to low Kerbal orbit with this. Holy crap, we're gonna make it. Holy crap, this thing works. It actually works. Okay, so that's 88. Right, we want to get up there and just, circularize, leave the Insanity there, and then proceed with the actual command pod. Oh, we actually happen to be pretty damn close to Dajjal Kerman. Huh, neat. That's actually great, and we're in space. Perfect. We're gonna wait until we hit our apoapse, and then we're gonna try and, well, circularize this some. And this thing does not want to turn worth a damn. Luckily, we do have RCS on this thing, so that's great. Okay, so this needs to circularize and then have enough fuel left over to actually deorbit itself in a controlled manner in the right place. Okay, perfect. That's a stable orbit right there. Perfect. We can actually leave the Insanity okay. We can leave the Insanity launcher right here. So, yeah, forget about that. Just decouple. There we go. And run the test. God damn it. Right, we're too high up. We need to be lower down for that particular test. Oh, well. Okay. Just gonna drift away from the thingy. It's gonna be fine. Honestly, it's gonna be fine. We just need to climb into a slightly lower orbit and run the test again. Can use the... what's his face? The actual RCS for that anyway. Yeah, fuck that. We're gonna just use the engine. There we go. Nope, not quite. There we go. Yes, just above the atmosphere. Sounds great. Okay. So, it's gonna be a bit messy trying to... yeah, Insanity 2 probe. Okay, so that launcher works. That's gonna be our medium lifter. As far as possible. We did have a few false starts, but we have developed it to the point where we can actually use it. Which is... so awesome. There we go, much money. How much did we get? A bit. More importantly, we also get a bit of science, which is gonna help a fair bit. So it's gonna be ahead of me, which means we need for it to catch up with us. Which sort of suggests a situation like this, where we just, you know, burn a smidgen to lift our actual thingy. And we don't need to... I mean, we just need to get close, right? It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. Okay, good. How are we on power? Are we... wait, we don't have batteries on this. I forgot to put batteries on. Well, whatever. It's fine. We'll manage somehow. Okay, we do need to recover this little fucker. So let us endeavor to do just that. As long as we have a bit of sunlight here and there, we should be fine on batteries too. Alright, we do have a fair bit of relative speed to target, so why don't we start bringing that down a smidge, right? We should have enough fuel in this thing to easily make it to Minmus and come, you know, back quite safely. Okay, so our eventual intersect is 1.6, which is not perfect. Still, we want to get a lot closer than that, but it's definitely a step in the right direction, right? So we're gonna wait until we're nice and close to that, and then we're gonna adjust it down further. Good. Perfect. Now that is good. Now that is good. Now we're gonna wait until we are more or less there. We'll still have plenty of monopropellant, which is nice. And then we're gonna switch to that little bastard, and we're gonna take him to Minmus. It's gonna be super awesome. Also, kill the relative speed, please. Okay, there he is. There he is. Excellent. I still can't believe that the Insanity launcher actually worked. Stabilize, please. Just there. Perfect. Just go towards it, please. Damn it, could you please target it? Of course not. That would be easy, right? That would be far too easy if you were to actually, like, target it, right? Ah, Mark 1 eyeball. My favorite. Just... right. Grab a hold of it. Just... no, grab. Grab. Board. Perfect. Okay, good. Good. Yes. Excellent. So, my little explorer, now we have a Minmus strip to plan. Set as target. Okay, and we're just gonna go over to, well, there, and so let us actually plan this maneuver. It will be easier that way. Yep, that brings the node down. Perfect. We want it to be nice and low at about 0.0 is... That's gonna be good enough. I think that will do. We don't have two sign spots though, which is less good. It's a little less good. Yeah, there it is, there it is. Use RCS. Good, good. Yeah, that will actually suck if we have to go to the minimus twice. Although, I mean, actually no, we have the goo. I think that would count as science, right? So we can always use that to make interesting things happen. Okay, igniting the poodle. Let's see. Let's make this work. Let's just make this work. Okay, perfect, perfect. Cut engine. Smidgen. Now it's perfect. Good, that will do. So, the minimus. Why don't we just... Oh, you fucker, moon! You bastard. Damn it. Okay, so why don't we just... No, I want a maneuver. There. Please, thank you. Now the insanity thing does have enough of an oomph to... Okay, so we get there before the target, right? God damn it, this fracking moon. Okay, why don't we just wait for an orbit while the moon hopefully gets the fuck out. Of course not, we're not gonna have an easy time, you know, just waiting for an orbit because we are in a pretty low orbit and we can't time warp properly, so why don't we climb into a higher one? Just straight up climb into a higher one. Just, I think 250 by 250 is about right. So why don't we go for just that? Yes, can't time warp at that altitude. I know, game. We have had this conversation before, I assure you. Okay. Turn around and... just... Yep. Good. Oh, please don't do the nodes. Don't fuck up the nodes. Just don't fuck up the nodes. Alright. Good. Hopefully that will be good enough. Hopefully. Alright. That should be far enough. So, in order to get to minimus, I don't know, something like this might do. Whoops. Okay, so that's relatively close. That in fact appears to be more or less what we need. Perfect. And we should have plenty of fuel to make this work. So, let us just get ready and prepare to go. Shall we? We shall. Alright. Alright. Whoops, overdid it a smidge, but it should be close enough. It should be fine. Use a bit of timer so that we don't have to wait quite as long. And yeah, that looks really, really good. Cut engines. Bit too much. Cut that down. Targeted closest approach. Separations. Parapses. Good, good, good. Ooh, nice and low one, right? Okay, that sounds just about perfect. Yeah, let's go for this. This seems great. Let's do this. Let's just do this. That's just about perfect. So, little moon, let us see what you are made of. Minty ice cream, eh? Minty ice cream for everyone. We're gonna have to set up a mining operation there. Because you know, minty ice cream. Why don't we just insert into an orbit? Whoops. But, you know, should be fine. We have like half of our fuel left. That should be more than sufficient to solve a lot of problems, right? I mean, landing shouldn't be too hard. Wow, we are in a really crappy orbit, right? It's not really an orbit even. Okay, just frack. Game, how the fuck do I do this now? Alright. So, okay. I cancel out my vertical velocity. Drill and do it like this. There we go, now we have an orbit. Perfect. Okay, orbit around Minimus is good. Good, good, good. Observe the mystery goo. And why don't we just transmit that? See if that counts. Doesn't seem like it does. Crap, we're gonna have to... No? No, it does. No, it does. Excellent, then. That's quite good, then. Okay, we're gonna make it up to the apoapsis, and we're gonna bring in the periaps to about 10. And then we're gonna land from there. I think we should have more than enough fuel left. Of course, it can be hard to judge such things, but I think we should have enough. Considering just how little delta V you need for Minimus operations, it should be okay. I'm hoping. I'm just hoping that it'll be okay. And I think that that lake, or whatever that is, over there, right over there in fact, is more or less our landing spot. So, let us just start... let us just start our landing maneuver then. Shall we? Alright, and that should be about right. Okay, we're going in. And a bit too much sideways movement. Still a bit too much for my taste. Just ditch the lateral movement. Thank you. Try not to slam into the ground. Thank you. Considering how powerful the poodle is, it shouldn't be hard to slow ourselves down here, so I'm not particularly worried about having a bit of speed coming in, as long as it's a bit of speed and not truly insane amounts. Still, we are coming in rather quickly. Deploy the gears, please. Thank you. Excellent. Actually, yeah, crew report and transmit that. Thank you. And now we just start, you know, slowing ourselves the frack down. Okay, keep 20 meters per second of our speed. I'm gonna limit the thrust to about 20. It's just so that we can fine-tune the rate at which our speed increases or decreases a little more. I'm gonna burn down some of that speed. Good, looks good. Very good. Oh, look, there's our shadow. Yay. Just yay. Okay, we need to burn off a little bit more of our speed, but slowly, slowly. We don't need to... well, a little bit faster than that, but... you know, finally rescuing this guy and making it to Minimus. You know, it's a lot more satisfying what with the adventures we have had along the way. Because that's the thing. We might have wasted money now, but having a I mean, I consider all the money I wasted on the development of those craft an investment, right? Having a reliable launcher for craft of larger than completely tiny size is gonna be worthwhile in the long run. We might experiment with Insanity too a little bit. But mostly I think it's fine the way it is. I think it's okay. I think it's gonna be okay. And why don't we just burn off the rest of our speed and keep going down at a really tiny rate. In fact, we should be slightly accelerating when going down and slowing ourselves down with RCS. Yay, so smidgen that away. Good, yes, because that's the thing, we want some sort of force pressing us against the ground. So we want to be in a position where the gravity is actually slightly stronger than our engines. Just enough so that we can make up the difference with RCS. And have a really gentle landing in the process, possibly. There we go. Perfect. And we are down. So, why don't we observe the materials bay? We're gonna keep this, because that's really valuable. This we might transmit, just to fulfill the mission. No, we're keeping that too. And crew report, keep that. RCS off. Well, actually, review report and transmit, because, you know, that is actually not gonna get wasted, is it? So, EVA report, keep data, review stored data, transmit. Good. We're gonna just go down, yay, here, and we're gonna do our thing, right? Take surface sample. Ooh, valuable. Good. Good. Excellent. So, that's wonderful. So we have fulfilled the Minmus mission, which is perfect. So now we're gonna just go on back and attempt to, well, make good things happen, right? Of course, getting them into the capsule is, as always... Dude, just use your jetpack and get in there. Just grab and get in, get in, get in. Yes, lesser flats, awesome. So, I don't know, just launch. Yeah, frack the thrust limiter. Go towards 90, should be good enough. Save a bit of fuel for getting back to the Kerbal. Hell, we already have an escape trajectory. Oh. Well, frack. Frack, that's not good. That's slightly not so good, yes. Just gonna burn that speed down. It should be perfectly manageable given everything. So, let us just try and do, well, just that. Alrighty. And we are gonna aero brake at Kerbal, try to come in more or less at the KSC if we can, or at least try to get close. Alrighty. Wait, what? Wait, what? Damn it, that's a Kerbal periapsis after the thing. Or rather after a moon encounter. We don't... Son of a bitch, just... Oh, fuck me. Fracking Minmus too. Just annoying. Stop that little planet. Use the RCS to fine-tune. 40k sounds about right. In fact, why don't we bring it down to 38? There we go. There we go. Now this should be good. In theory. If not, whatever, fuck it. Okay, ooh. That angle is bad. I don't like that angle. You know what? I think this will just be close enough to the KSP. We're gonna burn downwards and we're gonna take this re-entry. I think it's good. I think this is good enough. Yes, just downwards. Good. That's all we need. We get into the atmosphere fast enough, hard enough, it's all gonna be okay. Good. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. Of course, we might be experiencing some turbulence. But you know, fuck it anyway. Right? What could possibly go wrong? Go for a landing. Yay. Also our land, huh? Awesome. That sounds great. Vertical, vertical, vertical. We want to be perfectly vertical for this. Okay, getting close, no doubt, to the ground. Not that close, but... Okay, so the ground isn't too high up here. That's great. How high up is it? Oh, we're getting closer to it. But it's not that high. Is it? How much fuel have we got left? Enough for fine-tuning the landing maneuver. Perfect. Things should be good. Hell, we even get a decent amount of speed from the parachutes, which means that we can land relatively nicely. Do you like these landing lights? I think they're kind of cool. But, you know, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you don't like it. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so we're good. But before we do much of anything, we're gonna EVA here and get an EVA report as well. And yeah, let's recover this vessel and see. Let us see. We should get a fuck ton of science, and indeed we did. So 55.8% value, so a bit far, but eh. Okay, now for science, what do we want next? I mean, if we are gonna go to Duna, I mean, we need at least one atomic rocket motor for that. That's simply a fact. We're simply gonna need one. Possibly also a landing strut. Maybe some other things. I don't know, do we prepare for... Actually, let's take a look at the contracts. Plant a flag on the moon. We already planted one, fuck you. Explore Eve. That would be a probe thing. Wait. Achieve orbit. I mean, we could do these two. These two are relatively sane. Right? Yeah, it really... You will take that and explore Duna. Yeah, I really think that that will be the best way to do this. Okay, so how is our cash flow actually? I could have just looked at it on the main screen. Derp. I mean, at one point we were up to 700,000. We are now above that. We are past 1 mil. So I think we might have actually come out ahead, despite all the tests and stuff. I mean, archives, archives, archives. Yep, that's awesome. Yeah, I think we actually did pretty damn well. Explore main mass. Oh yeah, this paid out really well. Okay, so in the next episode, using our Insanity launcher, we're gonna start assembling quite possibly a ship in orbit. Well, in order to go to, well, these kinds of places. I mean, we don't have docking, right? We're gonna need this, of course, in order to go places, but what else would we need? Landing legs, yes. Proper landing legs. Yeah, that would be good. And do we have the big thingamabobs? No, we don't. I think we should get these. Just to ensure that we have the proper stuff, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. And also important, a really important question is, of course, just how much mass this thing can carry. So let's just quickly add it up. That's 9 plus the capsule, which is another, what, 1? Nearly 1. Plus this, plus the chutes, and the science, and goo, and the poodle. So about 12. This can launch 12 tons. It's not necessarily ideal, but it's good. It's okay. We can work with that. Okay, so well, I'm gonna call it an episode here. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. So see you then.